Hey folks, it's Charity and you're back for some Free Game Friday stuff, and today I have a breakdown of Chaturanga Dandasana. Now Chaturanga Dandasana translates down to 4-limb staff pose. So when you think of a staff, you think of a strong rod, piece of wood, whatever you can think of that does not move, completely rigid and straight as an arrow, right? Right. So for Chaturanga Dandasana and some of these drills, you're gonna need at least one block, preferably 2, just in case. But to show you what it looks like without the blocks. So, starting in down dog, I'm gonna make sure that my hands are shoulder width apart, fingers spread wide, feet are about hip width apart, core is engaged, and tailbone pulling up towards the ceiling with my shoulders relaxed away from the ears. And as I inhale, I'm going to come into a high plank, and this sets the foundation for my Chaturanga. So I'm making sure that the booty's not sinking down too low or it's peaking up way too high. You want it nice and flush with the rest of the body. So as you inhale, look forward, and exhale, reach those toes forward, reach your shoulders forward. You want to start to bend your elbows backwards and create a 90-degree bend right in those arms. Whew. Inhale to up dog. Exhale, come back to down dog. So that Chaturanga, boom, you got 1, 2, 3, 4 limbs stuck in that staff position. So, some tips for that. Because what tends to happen sometimes when you first start working on Chaturanga, you're in a high plank and you push up those arms out and then lay all the way down. Ugh, that was a lot. You want to stay firm, bring the elbows pointing backwards, so you may have to turn your arms so that the inside of your elbow is looking towards the top of your mat. So one of the ways that you want to avoid going all the way down to the bottom of the mat while you're coming down is to use a block. So I like to use the block at this height, just because it gives me a little bit more leniency on where I need to land. So I'm going to hover my chest right over top of the block in that high plank. Pull my shoulders forward, point the elbows back, lower down, and boom. The chest lands lightly on top of the block. This is right where I need to be. So I can practice that a couple times by doing a couple Chaturanga push-ups. And then pushing up into up dog or just laying it in cobra. And exhale, push hips back. So if coming all the way down with the body completely straight happens to be quite a lot on the arms, you can always try it this way. Come into your high plank with the block set up right under the chest. Keep that body rigid and keep the back firm as you drop the knees down, and then lean those shoulders forward. Point the elbows back and lower the chest down. So you're still keeping that 90-degree bend in the elbows and hovering the chest off of the ground, and then press into the hands, come up for the up dog or cobra. So what that would end up looking like without the block is coming into the high plank, exhale the knees down, and then lower the chest down and hover. Inhale, press up, come up to cobra. Exhale, tuck the toes, hips come all the way up for down dog, or find your child's pose, whatever happens next within the practice, or whatever's going on in your class. Another way that you could practice this would be using the blocks under both hands to keep you from lowering all the way down as well. So you're elevating your chest up off the ground and practicing how it feels to keep that whole body completely engaged and off the ground when you lower. So with both hands on the blocks, come into that high plank, pull the shoulders forward, lower down, and hold. Oh yeah. Now, there's a lot of arm engagement in this. You're gonna feel a lot in your triceps, in your shoulders, your biceps, the chest, all of that. Be sure to breathe though as you do this. If you do need to stretch out anything, Make sure to come to a child's pose. You can even use the blocks for this. This would be a nice addition. Outstretch the arms long, sit the hips back, forehead down to the mat, and then just allow your chest to fall down. And with those arms or hands elevated, that allows you to stretch into those arms. All right, well that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed these tips and I hope that you take them with you to your next Vinyasa class, as Chaturanga Dandasana is a pose that you will do a lot. So when you hear it cued, remember these steps and maybe even find a block if you don't already have one at your mat and use one to help assist you in getting that nice 90-degree hover over the mat. Thank you so much for joining me and I hope to see you guys next week for some more free game. Bye!